Very much, CryptoQueen, for this opportunity and honor. Once again, welcome to this section. I promise I'm not going to take too much time, and I'm going to make it as short as I can and straight to candlesticks patterns, and possibly if there's time on our side, we'll also breeze into looking at chart patterns. But quickly, I want to say something. Since this whole lecture tonight is for you to be able to have your beginner knowledge in trading forex, I would want to recommend a site you guys would quickly that sites have all of the basic explanation, things you need to know. Okay, I'll be showing you from here. It is going to make this it's going to make our lecture very, very, very easy, so that by the time we are holding another section, you can come up with your questions, you know, once since you've gone there to privately watch those videos. Okay, then it will be easy to answer your questions, because if we are going to start the beginners class now, we might not conclude in 2 hours. But if you go on your own to watch those videos, it gives detailed explanations. Then you come here to ask questions. It will really, 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 really make things easy for us here. Okay, things like you'll be getting used to what you need to trade, what is forex, what you need to trade forex, tools you need to trade forex, and some of the terms you need. What are market participants? What is spread? What is pips? What is leverage? What is margin? You know, things like that. What are currency based? What's currency based? What is currency codes? What is time zones? Forex trading hours? You know, forex sections, all of that. Then you can document your questions and come here to ask a question. So for tonight, I'll be taking you on candlesticks patterns, and chart pattern. CryptoQueen, Juliet.
Yes.
Do I have the permission to drop the link? Yeah, because it's just why I want everyone to go there is because there's this popular forex guy. What's his name? Jeffrey Benson. He's got a beginner's class and it's for free. No one is paying anything. So I've gone through those explanations. It's just straight to the point. So I think it saves us stress. That's the reason why I'm bringing that suggestion here. It saves us stress. And anyone can
however,
go there.
you will see features, you will see emphasize on how to
yes. The reason why I'm doing that is I want in-depth understanding. You get. So the reason is if they go and watch the videos, okay, that's the first step. Then they can come back here and ask questions, and I'll give like by the time I begin to explain in depth, it will be very, very easy to comprehend quickly. I'm just trying to make things easy because of my own timing too. You understand? So that everyone is carried along and everyone can grab quickly, and and we just have a transfer of knowledge quickly and very, very swift. That's why I'm doing that.
Fine.
Okay, so okay, I'll be dropping that link later, but let me share my screen from here. Let's go back to the real thing. Yeah, I hope you guys can see my screen. Please, if you can see my screen, you can tap in it. You can type in the chat box.
We can see your screen.
Okay, thank you very much. I want to quickly know that spending time to identify candles is one good thing you guys will be doing to yourself. A lot of individuals, just bounce on the chart, neglecting that part, which is really, really, really not a good thing to do. If you want to become a very good trader, you have to be very, very used to your candles. It is very important because in the first place, price actions is what you're communicating. Forget about support and resistance. Forget about other ways, parallel channel. Forget about other things. No, you need to first ground yourself with price actions. And what is price actions? Price actions is made up of candlesticks. Price action simply means interacting with your chart. And how can you interact with your chart is when you are able to identify candles. different candles. We have different candles, then put together these candles. That is more like you are interacting, like you're speaking the language of the chart. It's just very simple. When you spend your time on candles, identifying different candles and their patterns. Pattern means when you bring in 2 or 3 or 4 candles together, that means they formed a pattern. So when you're able to recognize all these patterns, it becomes very easy for you, or easier for you, to be able to, communicate or interact with charts, and your trading journey just starts from there. In fact, your trading journey just becomes so easy. Then you can now start looking for confluences. And what are confluences? That is when you now begin to bring the principles of support and resistance. You now begin to bring trend lines. You now begin to look for order block, and so on and so forth. But the real deal starts with what? With your candlesticks. Okay. And what are candlesticks? Candlesticks are just representation of price movement. Okay. And when you're talking about charts, you're saying graphical representation of different candlesticks forms a chart. Majority of us are actually used to this interface. Let me quickly go there. Majority of us are used to Binance, but I want to give you a suggestion and you start to work towards it. I would prefer that you try and download TradingView. If you want to become a very good trader, please try and download TradingView and start to use TradingView henceforth to chart. You can use TradingView to chart while you use Binance to take your trades. And my reasons is that TradingView gives you access to a lot of tools and flexibility you will not ordinarily get on Binance. Okay, Binance don't have all of that functionalities. Okay, but TradingView makes it easy for you as a trader to be able to chart quickly and then go back to Binance and then take your trade. It's just very simple. So I know you guys are very used to future. Okay, so I will try as much as possible to limit my what's it called? I'll try as much as possible to limit my charting on Binance for tonight. But please, I'll prefer that you try and get used to using TradingView. Okay, let me just show you what TradingView looks like before we start proper into for some of us. Sorry. Okay, it's just make it easy. Please, from tonight, you can just try and download TradingView. Okay, try and download TradingView so that look see how it is. Look at my watch list of TradingViews. This is where I come to check on my coins. Okay, it just make it easy for you. Look at the interface. Look at the interface. Just so easy, flexible to use and very, very sophisticated, when you use it to chart. Okay. If you really, really want to go far with trading, especially now that you guys want to diversify into Forex, I would recommend that you start to get used to using TradingView. It gives you a perfect view of what the market is at the point you step into the market. It gives you access to all of the tools you need. So many tools, a trader would need a lot of tools. Looking at TradingView is another entirely section. Maybe one of these days, if time permits and our Queen grants us, would look at how we can use TradingView to perfection. So I'll quickly go back to the reason why we're here tonight. Go back to this. Okay, so like I said, candlesticks are the information you see on the chart, price movements, different activities of traders on the chart at a particular point in time, depending on what time frame you are in and when you step on the chart to see the chart activities. And now, what makes up of a candle? If you look at my screen, it's just simple. It's just simple. Sorry, I'm in a lecture. Welcome. Yeah. Just drop it out. Yeah. You're welcome. No problem. All right. So, okay. Now, when we're talking about candles, we're talking about this structure, this icon Sorry, let me get my pen so I can be more flexible with my explanation. We are talking about this guy. Okay, 1 second, let me check the color to red. Okay, so now this is what makes up of a candle. We have this guy here. Okay, this is a candle. If you go on your chart, you will see that candles are in this form. So we have different kinds of candles, but for tonight, we're talking about the general and the simple candlesticks that you see on the chart. So this is a candle. Okay, now on a candle, we have opening price, we have closing price, we have the highest point price gets to, and the lowest point price gets to. That is how a candle operates. Okay, that is just how a candles operate. Now, before we look at the two major different candles that we have and how they function, I would like to quickly show you. I'd like to show you or explain in detail what this candle on this screen is trying to explain or trying to talk about. Okay, now look at it. This is a bullish candle. We have, let me just come this way. We have two different kinds of candle. We have the bullish and the bearish. And you know, we have two ways or in three ways the market functions. The market is either up, or the market is either down, or the market is going sideways. So like the structure, the market is always in one of these three structures I just mentioned. You must find the market in one of them. And now the candles that you see on the chart are just two major candles, okay, that represent the bullish movement and what the bearish movement. Those are just the two activities of candles. It is either you are seeing a candle, bullish, or you're seeing a candle bearish. And when I say bearish, I mean selling, and when I mean bullish, I mean buying. Now, in this case, this is a bullish candle. Now, this is what makes up of a bullish candle. Now, look at my screen. We have the body of the candle. This is the body of the candle. This black, okay, this is the body of the candle, okay. Okay, that's what makes the body of the candle. Okay, and that's where the movement of the candle starts. And if you watch on the chart, you see that candles increase in beats, in beats, in beats. That's how it moves. So like this is like it moves like this, move like this, move like this. So this is the body of the candle. Okay, and now we have the wicks. And what are the wicks? This long guy you're seeing here. This is a wick, okay? And what does this wick represent? The wick represents highest and lowest point candle a candlestick can actually get to when it opens and when it closes. Now, the entire candle, this entire candle function this way. For a bullish candle, the opening price always starts from here. Okay, let me use another color so you guys can see what I'm trying to do very well. The opening price starts from here, okay, and the closing price ends here for a bullish candle. I know some of us are actually used to this principle, but let me tell you, it is advisable that tonight, just pretend you don't know anything. Pretend that you are a beginner and this is your first time, okay, so that you can get all of these in depth, like the explanation in depth. This is the opening price of a candle. This is where signifies the opening price of a candle, and this is where it signifies the closing price of a candle. Now, when a candle opens, okay, depending on the time frame, we have different time frames on the chart when candles open. So depending on which of the time frames, we have 1 minute to 5 to 15 to 30 to 1 hour to 4 hour to 24 hour frame that you are on. We'll be talking about time frame in some other time, in depth, okay? But for tonight, we're concentrating on these candles. Now we have opening price here, okay? Price, candle represents activities of traders, price of an asset at that particular point in time, okay? The lowest price or the highest price that asset got to, price of an asset. Okay, that's what candle represents. The highest point the price got to, the lowest point, the price bottom. So anytime a candle opens, let's say we are on 1 hour time frame. Okay, now anytime a candle opens, it opens from here. But sometimes if you observe, candle opens from here and then go down like it wants to sell, it goes down a little bit before it starts what to make its way back to the upside. Okay, so that is why we say when a candle opens, sometimes these wicks forms, you know, these wicks forms. And how does this wick form? Sometimes when a candle opens here, you just see that this green candle, it will start to form green, and all of a sudden you see to change to red candle and it begins to go down. Then after some time, when there's rejection, price rejection, you see it will now start to go up. And once it starts to go up, that is when it will start to leave this wick. Okay, so that just tells you that, okay, this is the lowest price got to when it opens, and a price now starts to make its movement to the upward, to the upside. And sometimes you see price will get to these high points and start to decrease again and start to form this wick. So this just tells you, okay, this is the highest point price got to, and now price is retracing. And eventually, once that 1 hour elapses, price close from here, and then another candle forms in the process. Okay, so this is just it. So in summary, this is a bullish candle that opens here. So let's say, for instance, this candle opens, the price of the asset opens at $90, and all of a sudden you just see price just decrease a little bit to $6, and eventually now price will now start to go up. Just like what Max, what Max did. Max was at 4.6 or 4 point something thereabouts. Then all of a sudden there was a pump, and before you know it, price increased to about 5.82, almost at $6. And paraventure, it starts to drop again. It's drop again back to 4.61, drop back to 4.36. This just tells you the movement of price up and down, how price moves up and down. Okay, so now, since we know what a candle is, we know what the body of the candle represents, the wicks represent. Okay, we know where a candle for a bullish candle opens, and we know where a bullish candle closes. So anything that happens here with a bullish candle, okay, happens the opposite way. Okay, happens the opposite way in what? In a bearish scenario. And let's look at a bearish scenario. Just look at it here. The only different thing with this guy is price don't open here in the case of a bearish candle and close here. No. Remember that when it comes to bearish, price begins to go down. Okay, that's what it means. Bearish, price is selling. Okay, bullish, price is going up. So anytime a candle opens in case of a bearish scenario, the candle opens up here, okay, and then closes here. Okay, so remember, in the bullish scenario, sometimes when the candle opens here, it goes down a little bit sometimes to form this wick. That's the lowest price point going to before it starts to go up. But in the case of this scenario, for a bearish scenario, candle opens there, goes high here, and then before it starts to descend. Okay, sometimes it descends, and then there's a rejection, maybe there's a sell-off by some traders, and then price closes here. So it's just that simple, very simple. Now let's go to the types of candlesticks that we have. Okay, now we have the big candles, we have the dojis, we have the gray stone, we have the dragonfly, we have the spinning top, we have the shooting star, we have the hammer, we have the morning and evening doji star, we have the bullish and bearish harami, we have the engulfing bullish and engulfing bearish. These are the common candles that you should pay attention to, because you see them on the chart every damn time. Okay, you see them on the chart every damn time. Now, what is a big candle? I want to quickly round up with this explanation so we can go on the chart and do some identification of these candles and their patterns. Okay, I'll be quick and fast with my explanation. Please, I want you to catch up. They're just very simple explanation, straight to the point. Now, this is a big candle. Okay, now a big candle means what? Okay, if you watch what happens to Marx, if you go on Marx chart, okay, let me just show you. Look at this. This is pure representation of what a big candle looks like. Sorry about that. Look at this guy here. Let me use red color so you guys can see what I'm doing. Look at this guy. See how long that candle is. That tells you that there's a massive form. Okay, so when you see that, or when you have the opportunity to be in that kind of trade, you should be smiling because it's going to be what? A long trade and a long profit. So that's what a big candle represents. You know, they are unusually big and long on the chart. Unusually long on the chart. Okay, so this is what a big candle represents. So let's go back to our candles. Okay, so now let's look at how it is. Look at how big candles for a bullish and this is a bearish scenario. I just showed you a bullish scenario of a what? Of a big candle. So the next in line is what? Is doji. Okay, a doji is a candle that fluctuates in price during a certain period, but opens and closes at the same price. Okay, now all of this grammar, what is it saying? First of all, this is what dojis looks like. Okay, on the chart, it comes in two forms, either in this big form or in this small form, but they always look like what? Like a cross. Okay, they always look like a cross. And one thing peculiar to doji is price close where it opens. Okay, you see, sometimes price will go up, do shakara, price will come down and do shakara, but at the end of the day, it will come back to close where it opens from. Okay, so that is what it means. So what is this doji? Doji just tells you that there's battle between the buyers and the seller at that particular point in time. That is why the reason price couldn't go up, okay, and or couldn't come down. It will go up, it will come back here. It will come down, it will go back up. So there's the battle between sellers and buyers. That's what doji means. Okay, so what in that case, if you're as a smart trader, when you spot a doji on the chart, it's just better you, depending on the time frame, like I told you, you could be on 4-hour time frame or 1-hour time frame, any time frame, or even 1 month time frame, whatever time frame that you're in. It is wise that you wait to see where the direction, which of the direction would win that fight. And how would you do that? You have to wait for the close of that candle. So if it is on 1 hour, let's say currently I'm on 1 hour and I spot a doji, I'll wait for the next 1 hour for that candle to close. So I will know if it is the buyers that won the battle or it is the sellers that won the battle, and would know how to, my decision, that will influence my next decision, because the next candle that opens will now tell me, okay, which of the direction I am going to follow. Okay, and sometimes doji is used for what? A reversal of a trend. We'll be coming to that later. For now, we're just trying to identify doji. So when you see these guys, this long cross, or you see the small cross, they both mean the same thing. They are both what? Dojis. And they are also known as indecisive candles. Indecisive in the sense that they don't have a particular direction. They could be heading up, and in a flash of light, you see them flash back down. Okay, so that's why they are called indecisive. They don't have a peculiar direction at that point in time, depending on what time frame they are on. Okay, now we have morning doji star and evening doji star. So those are the subcategory of doji. And what is a morning doji star and evening doji star? A morning doji star are patterns. Okay, this pattern uses the doji to mark a possible trend reversal. Okay, so if candles are going down and then hit a doji and begins moving up, leave all this grammar. Let me just give you straightforward explanation. A morning doji star is when you spot a doji. When you spot a doji in a downtrend movement. What do I mean by that? Let me just explain. Market structure. Market moves either in an uptrend or in a downtrend, or what? In a consolidating or ranging state. Okay. Now, so in this case, in this scenario here, let's look at this scenario. Market was actually what? Coming down. Okay. Market was selling. Market was in a downtrend, or market was bearish. And all of a sudden, maybe let's say this time frame was 1 hour time frame. It's 1 hour time frame, sorry.
Okay, then this is 1 hour candle. When I say 1 hour time frame, it means that every candles on the chart represents that time frame. So in this case, all these candles represent 1 hour. That's what it means by time frame. All the candles represent each by 1 hour. You get, so it means that at every 1 hour, this candle opens and close, and the next 1 hour this candle opens and close, and the next hour this candle opens and close. So in this case, market was coming down, and all of a sudden I spot this guy here. This just tells me that okay, this trend is about to reverse, and the only way I can confirm that is to allow this my guy here, to close. Okay, once this guy close, then this next candle forms, I know that, oh, a bullish engulfing candle has formed. And what that means that I'm going to long. Okay, it just means that I'm going to long. Okay, that's what it means. So that's a morning register. So when you see this pattern on the chart, you know that, oh, this is a morning doji pattern. Quickly, you don't hesitate, you long, and don't just long go. You are going to use other confluences to also confirm your trade. Maybe we'll get to that in the future.
Let's just talk about candlesticks strictly tonight. I hope you guys can hear me. Hope you guys
Yes, we
can hear
can
me.
hear you. We
Okay,
can
thank
hear
you.
you.
Now, this is evening doji star. Okay, evening doji star is when price is in an uptrend, and all of a sudden you spot this guy in the middle, this guy here, this doji. That tells you that a trend reversal is about to take place, and you should position for what? For a sell. So that is all about morning doji star and evening doji star. Very simple. Okay, this is more like an example of what a morning register looks like. We'll be going on chart to identify that. So let's just quickly do the explanation. Now the next we have is the gravestone and the dragonflies. Okay, this is just what they look like. Okay, this is what they look like. This is a gravestone and this is a dragonfly. Okay, they look more like a doji. Okay, but the difference is that price price comes back to close where it opens from. In this case, price opens here in a bullish scenario, opens here, then went up, and all of a sudden comes back, bam, and closes here. So the same thing for this, price opens here, slow down for a while, and then go back up. Okay, now what does these candles, what are they used for? They are used to spot price rejection on the chart. Sometimes you just hear the terms, oh, this price is a price rejection that just took place. This price just got rejected. Gravestone and dragonfly are what you can use to spot a price rejection. And how can you use this to your advantage? Now, let me give you a scenario. Supposing I am bullish, I'm in a long trade. Then all of a sudden, remember, I love using 1 hour time frame, depending on what time frame that you're in. So remember, I just quickly, then all of a sudden, the next candle that open, bullish always open, bullish candlesticks always open from here and close here. Remember, lowest price, highest points, like we explained, bullish candle. Now, all of a sudden, the next candle that formed after this uptrend is this guy here. The price now opened here and then start to move up. Candlestick moves in beats, start to move up, 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 start to move up. All of a sudden, what I just see price just drop here, bam, almost. That tells me that, oh, buyers are now, sellers are now, gaining control in the market. So there's more liquidity from the seller side. So definitely price would reverse. You can also use it to spot price rejections and price reversal. So with other factors, as a good trader, you will know that, okay, this is the time to short this coin. Let's say it's BNB asset coin I was looking at that point in time. This is the time to short BNB coin, and then you enter into the trade. Okay, so same in a bullish scenario. Same in a bullish scenario. So let's assume that price was going up, okay, then all of a sudden price started coming down. You'll be thinking, oh, be is it that the seller wants to take, and all of a sudden seller wants to take, all of a sudden price just and just run back up. Oh, it will be like, oh, buyers are still very, very strong. Buyers are still very, very strong. So I will still maintain what? My longs. So this just tells you that, okay, price rejection took place, but the rejection took place from what? From the buyer's point of view. Okay. No, buyer said no. Seller wants to take, but buyer said no, you're not taking, we're not allowing you. We're not ready to give up. We still want to go bullish, you know. But in this case, sellers they overtook the momentum, overtook the trend. Sellers are more powerful here, but buyers are more powerful in this case. So this is how you can use this guy to your advantage. Okay, the gravestone and what, and the dragonfly. So anytime you spot these guys on the chart, you should know what next to do. Now the next one is what? Shooting star and hammer. These are very popular candle. These are very popular candlesticks. Now, shooting star can also be referred to as inverse hammer or inverted hammer. Okay, why this guy is just what? Hammer. And they also are used for trend and price rejection. But the difference between gravestone and dragonfly and shooting star and hammer is that if you observe, let me show you. You see how tiny. You see how tiny when it comes to gravestone. You see how tiny this opening and closing is. This tells you that the same place that price opens is the same place price came back to what? To close. Okay. Okay. So now look at this shooting star hammer. I wish I can have the both of them in okay, let me go in this portrait so that I will show you something. Okay, let me use this portrait mode. Now look at something. The difference now is that the shooting star price opened here and closes here. So there's just small gap in between the opening and closing price. Same here, price open here and close here. Just small opening. Okay, but these guys do almost the same work. In fact, the same work. It's just that there's just little gap between where price opens and where price closes. So this is also for price rejection and as well for trend continuation. Price, this first guy, price rejection, 1, trend reversal, okay, price rejection, then trend continuation. Do you understand what I mean? In this scenario, price was going up. Okay, this scenario can happen both ways, either bullish or bearish. I'm going to explain the bearish situations too. Price going up, and all of a sudden there was a rejection. That tells you that okay, this guy the trend is about to reverse. The same here. The only difference here is just that there's a little gap between where price opens and where price closes. In this case, price opens and come back to close where it opens. You get it? Now, this guy, price rejection at first, and then trend continuation. And how so? Price was actually moving up. All of a sudden, price came down, or started coming down. Then the momentum, the buyers pushed back the price to the upside and said, no, we are still in control. So this is a trend continuation. So this guy will still continue to what? To go up. The same in this case. This guy will continue to what? To as well go up. Okay. So you can also apply this to a bearish scenario. How? Price was actually coming down. All of a sudden, price started going up. And then there's a strong price rejection. Boom. They tell you that, okay, sellers say we're not done selling. They continue to what? To sell. Okay, sorry, in this case, sorry. I'm talking about in this case. Okay. No, they're not done. They want to continue to sell. The same too here. And trend continuation. So if this guy appears up, so now let me tell you, in a bullish scenario, this guy will, okay, this guy will appear this way. But in a bearish scenario, this guy will appear like this. Okay, but for rejection on a bearish scenario, it will appear this way. So don't get it confused. It's just simple. So practice it. Please try and practice. All right, so that's about gravestone dragonfly. Next one will be what? A bearish arami. A bearish and see, I'll give you a clue. I'm going to draw this PDF after this meeting. I'm going to draw this PDF for us. Print it out. Paste it somewhere in your house, whereby when you wake up in the morning, after your prayers to your God, that's what me, after I wake up and I do my devotion, the next place I go is my kitchen. And where my water is, it is largely posted there. So I look at it when I drink water and I look up. It helps me memorize these guys every day, and I look them up in the chat. I look them until it became part of me that chart. It is easy for me to recognize. That is just one way you can do this trick. Once you're able to you master these guys and you can identify that your interaction of the chart is easy for you. Trust me. Now, this is a bullish. What do I mean by that? If, for instance, you are in a long, price was going up. This candle should tell you, okay, we are still in an uptrend. And all of a sudden, you spot a small red candle opening. Covers, in fact, engulfs, covers this red candle. That's a very sharp sign that this guy is about to reverse, and price will reverse. Even if it doesn't sell down, price will definitely reverse. Take note, they work. So in a downtrend, you're selling, and all of a sudden you near these kind of big candles. That's to tell you that, oh no, this guy. And you see these guys, anytime you spot these guys, they strong. If you spot this guy, the sell is that confirms that this sell is always massive. And we see this guy, other massive to the upside. So take note of all of these candles. Factor you want to pay attention to part be successful with technical analysis. Okay, please. And the most important that you must know, people commonize them, but trust. And of course, look at an example. An example of a what candle here. See that small candle, and what happens? See our price. You get to spot these guys. We'll go on the chart to look for them. So the next one is what? Bullish and bearish engulfing candle. Okay, so downtrend, you're in a sell trend, and all of a sudden that engulfs this small candle. That's to tell you that price is about to plunge. The candle is common. You usually see them everywhere on the chart with a bearish scenario up. All of a sudden, maybe the next candle that forms from this huge long red candle is about to start going down, and you take your position as. Look at this scenario here. See how this and what happened next? Price plunged to the downside. So that's how you. So I think that is it about. Okay, we see have a bullish spinning top. Okay, we see and bearish spinning top. And what's a spinning top? A spinning top is a candlestick formation that signals indecision regarding the future trend. Remember what a doji does. Okay, the only difference between this guy, let me show you a doji so I remember. The only difference between this spinning top, between these guys, is just that you see this opening and closing, There's a gap between these two guys, but they do the same work as the doji. Remember, doji, I said, is an indecisive candle. It's usually represent the battle between the sellers and the buyers, okay? That you should usually wait for that candle to close and watch out for the next candle before you take your trading decision. And that was the first thing we talked about. Remember here. Remember this here. This guy. This was the first thing we talked about. This guy. Okay. So spinning top, bearish spinning top, bullish spinning top, and bearish spinning top. Okay, do the same work as doji. They are referred to as what? As an indecisive candle. So when you spot them, you just wait. But mostly, when you see a spinning top, a bullish spinning top, it tells you that trend is about to reverse. 75% of the chances of the times when you see a bullish spinning top, price always reverse. Okay, and most of the time you see a bearish spinning top, price always reverse. So that is it about candlestick anatomy and candlestick anatomy and candlesticks patterns. So okay, so these are some of the diagrams that I got from the internet that actually helped me. Okay, so like we've discussed, you guys can actually identify all of these candles. Look at the Marubozu candle, known as a big candle. Okay, look at the standard, the normal bullish candle. Look at hammer here. Look at spinning top. Look at an inverted hammer. All of them represent bullish movement. And you see any of this on a bullish trend, on a bearish trend, tells you that price is about to what, to reverse. And look at the same thing here. Okay, look at the different types of doji we just explained. Remember, we talk about the doji star. I hope you can see my screen very well. Remember, we talk about the doji star. Okay, look at those doji star. Look at the long leg doji. Look at the gravestone dragonfly. Remember this long leg. We also have the short one, which is this one. So these are just very simple. Please practice. They say makes perfect. If you want to become a very good trader, you have to be able to identify these guys on the chart. And how do you do that? Is when you try to what? Memorize them and try to locate them on the chart. Memorize and try to practice locating them on the chart. Look at the different candlestick patterns. I'll be dropping them so that you guys can print it and then use it to your advantage. Look at a bullish Arami. Remember when I said you're in a bullish, in a bearish scenario, and all of a sudden you see a small candle, green candle forms. That tells you that price is about to start going back up. And the same way, opposite of what happens there is what happens with what? A bearish Arami. Okay. Okay, so they're just very simple. Look at a bullish doji. Look at this indecisive candle here. It tells you that price is about to reverse to the upside. But it's always advisable that you wait for this guy to close and you see the next candle before you take your what? Your trading decision. Okay. And we have the dragonfly. I told you about the dragonfly. Strong price rejection. Remember, strong price rejection. Price was actually going down. All of a sudden, boom, price came back to close where it opens. That tells you that price is about to what? Trend reversal. Remember, trend reversal is for dragon doji, for what? Gravestone doji. Remember. Okay. Remember. Don't forget. Very important. Okay. Very, very
Okay,
important.
can we? I don't know if we can take questions, one or two questions before. Yeah, if you're done.
Okay. Before we move to chart patterns. Okay. All right. So you guys can ask your questions, please. You can ask the questions. Let me look at.
So I'm going to ask, what of a situation, because you said you like looking at 1 hour view. So, and I know that some of these patterns, lower time frame might be deceptive. How about you trading 1 hour view
Okay,
and
sorry.
it's
When I
not
say I
confirming?
like looking at the 1 hour view, I don't mean, what I'm saying is I was using that as an inscription to explain how these candles work. Now, the perfect time frame for you to do your analysis from first is the 24-hour time frame, or sometimes go to the 1 month. Okay, so whatever patterns that plays out on 1 month 1 week and 24 hours, then you can now come down to what? A lower time. Using 1 hour time frame. Some of my entries happened on the 1 hour time frame, because from 30 minutes to 15 minutes sometimes it's actually very deceptive. But if I spot a pattern play out on 24 hours, and then I come down to refine it on 4 hours, and then come down to refine it on 1 hour, then I can lower down to 15 minutes sometimes. Okay, but I prefer taking my entries from 1 hour, because it is very, very hard to manipulate the 1 hour time frame for entries. You've done your analysis from higher time frame, you've spotted a pattern playing out on higher time frame, then you come down to 1 hour. And sometimes 15 minutes can as well, but a lot of market noise and manipulation goes on 15 minutes, because you can easily be deceived. Okay, you can easily be deceived. That's why I prefer using 1 hour for entries. Well, my analysis is done from
Okay.
4 hours.
Thank you. I have someone whose hand is up. Life is good. Life is good. Please, can you unmute yourself and ask a question? Life is good. Can you unmute yourself and ask a question?
Yeah, good evening, Dr. Quinn. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
My question is on the future trading in crypto. I don't know. Can I actually ask?
I hope you want to ask on futures. Okay, we'll accommodate that at the end of the section if we still have more time. Yeah, we'll accommodate that, please.
Okay, can I ask now or I should hold on later?
I said we would accommodate the question at the end of the section.
All right.
Like
my question is
can you hear me? I said at the
is,
end of. Okay, go ahead and ask, but we'll answer. We'll respond to it at the end of the section. Ask.
okay. Oh, should I ask now? I should wait at the end of the section.
Ask. If it's something that's going to drag us back, I will wait.
Okay. My question is on future trade. This margin, sorry, isolated and cross margin. Which of them is more profitable? Like if you're using the isolated or the cross? I know isolated is for, yeah, okay.
I'm going to drop a video for you at this chat. So by the time you finish going through the video, I'm sure you would be able to understand the difference between them and when you should make a decision around them. So I would be dropping a link for you to go through the video. So Ime, please, can you take us through the chat pattern? Then I don't know how you can manage the time so that on or before 9 we could switch to
CryptoQueen,
forest. Yes.
I would like that the chart pattern we leave it for next session, so we can actually go and identify these candles on live chat, the ones we've talked about, so that we've done the explanation so that you can see how this candles looks like on the live chat. Then I will drop the link. I will just show them. Then to round up we use 5 minutes to just go through the site I want them to go and see. Just go through them and then drop the link in the group so that they can access later. I would want to say that it's not really good for them to absorb too much information, and at the end of the day, they don't get to understand anything.
Okay, that's fine. No problem. We will continue in the next section where we can look at the candles in the chart. Yeah, since we have other things to look at. Okay, go ahead.
All right.
You are just playing safe.
Please, for tonight, I'll go and use Binance. But for our next session, please, everyone should have downloaded
Somebody said, can we use ENS?
Download your trading. To be honest, when you start to use TradingView, you know that Binance has been cheating you all along. I know Binance interface now. Okay. All right. So let me go and look for ENS. Okay. ENS coin. All right. So this is ENS. All right. There's more there. All right. So it's 1 day time frame. Okay. Okay. So all these indicators. So let's go to 1 hour because we tend to see, or let's go to one. Let's start from 1 month. All right. Of the candles that we have talked about this evening. Okay, 1 month doesn't really have too much. Buy some candles on the 1 month here. Look at this guy here. This is what this is. Okay, but in this case, this is a spinning top. Okay, look at that gap. Let me see how I can expand. If it is on TradingView, I would have been able to expand this very the way I want, move them around. Look at where price open and where price closes from. Okay, so that's a spinning top. Time frame. Look at this long Marubuzu or big candle. Long it is. Okay, very long. And look at what? Look at dojis. Here. Okay, look at hammer here. This guy here. This one. Okay. So these are just we look at dojis. These are just what? The representation of this guy. This guy just tells me that there might be a okay, because in the first place, I have a doji here in a sudden look at a bullish engulfing pattern here. Look at this guy. Look at this red candle engulfing, covering this red candle. That's a bullish engulfing candle. Look at that inverse hammer here. Look at the candle movement here. Doji just tells me trend reversal to the upside. Okay, so these are just ways you can identify. Now let's go to detail candle. This is 1 week. This is 1 week. The thing to explain tonight, playing out, and now let me show you. First of all, we have an hammer. Secondly, we have what? Then we also have an hammer. There was price rejection. And all of a sudden we have another doji. From there we have what? And see how price moves. You see, it is easy what's going on here. Very easy for me to see what is going to happen here. Very easy. And I look at a what? A bearish Arami. Maybe next time we'll make it an interactive session because I'll be asking to 1 or 2 persons to be able to spot how this can interact. Now I can see a bearish Arami here. Show you a bearish Arami here. Look at the bearish Arami here. See how this green candle totally covers this red candle. And what happens? Price plunged. So this just make it easy for me to interact frame. Let me go to 1 day time frame. Okay. Please, next time, let's try and use how fast I can be with TradingView and how easy and convenient it is.
Noted.
You understand? Okay, now look at it. Just look at these candles. Look at, like, looking at these charts, I know what this guy is telling me. Maybe opportunity to learn market structure. We'll talk about impulse. I think I've explained back, impulse, pullback, impulse, and pullback. Okay, look at that now. Look what the candles is telling me. Look from here. I have a downtrend here. Sorry, let me use this guy. Okay, all of a sudden, look at this guy here. Look at this guy. Okay, look at this red. Oh, it's easy. This thing is just easy. Look at, can somebody tell me what this is? And this red candle.
Let us
Tell me what
study it this week, then we can answer these questions for next class.
So there's no way they can answer. This is a bullish Aramic candle. Sorry. Let me show you. Can you see? Aramic candle. Look at all these candles here. Look at this here. Look at all this. Look at all this. What is going to happen next? First, with this hammer, buyers push the price back up again. Next, doji, indecisive, battle between buyers and sellers, and all the next candle, a bearish Aramic, a bearish engulfing candle from on higher time frame. You can imagine the on higher time frame. And when look at this hammer, buyers what push back the market up. See how buyers interfere from here, push back the. There was another battle between buyers and sellers, indecisive candle, doji. Buyers keep winning. There was another battle, but buyers did what? There was a price rejection here. Sellers won for a while. Buyers came in again, pushed the price. See how high candlestick, highest point price got to, and what happened? Price plunged. Sellers won. What happened again? There was battle. Buyers won. Buyers won. There was battle. Sellers won. So the current state, bearish engulfing candle. So likelihood that this guy, and if for me, price will get to this point. This is another block, a supply zone, a demand zone, sorry. here. Price will get to this place before buyers will try. So this just candlesticks just make it easy. See, in all of this, this is what this chart. This is a graphical representation. Different activities of what? Of candlesticks. Charts tells you different activities. Time, price movement, assets, how the price is. Communicate with all of this. It is that your training journey has just begun. You are able to master all of on the chart. That is when you now begin with support and resistance. You can now draw trend line. They will now act as what? As confluence. And what is a confluence? That a particular fact is what is established. If you say that you feel like this guy is bullish, factors, that contributes to 10 or 5 confirmations. Confirmation means confluences. Important is what are the candles? What are they telling you? What are they? You're learning the language of the chart. Is you being able to identify different candles. You are able to identify patterns. And what are patterns? 2 candles or 3 candles together to form a pattern. Identify a pattern. Then tell me. It's easy for you to detect. Tell this very well. And you can communicate with the market makers do. It will be very easy for you to spot. Let's move. Like it or not. Just like fundamentals. We all know that fundamentals are, but chart will always tell you first. It's about candlesticks anatomy. You guys want to ask before I quickly show you how? Then we can come here and have another proper deliberation. Forex terminologies, then chart patterns.
Newton, I don't know how you can manage time so that we will end the Zoom by 9 p.m.
End it by 9. Yes, it's possible. I don't want them to ask. The explanation of that other one will not take up to 10 minutes.
One person's hand is up.
No person's hand is up, Abby.
One person, Franco Billionaire.
Please, I tell them to ask. Allow them to ask.
Please unmute yourself, Franco Billionaire, and ask your question.
All right, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much, CryptoQueen, and thank you so much, our instructor tonight, for gaining value. All right, my question is, I wanted to ask a question earlier on when CryptoQueen asked a particular question before you entered this candlestick pattern. The question is regarding the time frame. Yeah, what's it called? If you do your analysis, you mentioned that you do your analysis on a higher time frame. After doing your analysis on the higher time frame and you establish, okay, this is the trend of the market. Now, can you now come to like a 15 minutes time frame and take your entry? Will you have filtered the noise if you want to trade with 15 minutes? That's a question, please.
All right, nice question.
Thank you.
Let me tell you how to beat these guys to their. You went on 24-hour time frame. I'm sure you're used to maybe chart. Next time we'll talk about chart patterns. I will expatiate more on the top on 24-hour time frame. Okay. Yeah, like in 2 minutes, I should have been able to explain your. Just before my network comes, so let's just be talking. So let's say and you know double top means that price is going to do is there are other factors, you know, entries. You've used chart pattern to that's the direction where the market is going to go. Market is going to go down. Let's say you've drawn your support and resistance. Now you are now supply zone, or you're looking at when you're talking whatever it is that you marked. Now the only way you say you went on 24 hour, you've done that, then you now go to 4. Okay, can you hear me? Entry. Hello, am I communicating?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, you go to 4 hour to refine that entry. 1 hour to also refine it. Then you can now go to 15 minutes. Since a double top
Sharing
has
your
formed on
screen.
24.
Are you sharing your screen? We can't see your
I'm
screen.
sharing
In
you.
case yes.
I'm trying to share. Can you see my screen now?
We can see your screen, but we're not seeing anything.
Like, I don't know what is wrong with network. Can you see my?
Yes, we can see your homepage.
Can see me swiping through the coins on Binance, Abby?
Yes, we can.
Okay, all right. So let me go back to that here. What I was doing is voila. All right, I'm here now. So to 15 minutes to refine your entry. Like you want to have a very good entry asset, you get. So that's what it means. For me, all need to develop our strategy. I prefer 1 hour. And sometimes I go to work for me. Okay. But your confirmation comes from a higher time frame. And then okay. But the sometimes when I say the market can actually, for instance, the spot double top on this guy is going to say, you now come down to 15 minutes. Double bottom on 15 minutes. If you forget that you did your analysis on higher time, thinking that okay, price is about to reverse, just know that coin will just crash on you. So that is why I always, stick by stick times I go to lower time frame like 30, 15, based on what works for you. But it's okay to do your analysis 15 minutes to look for the entry, but on that 24 hour. That's the only way you can survive the market and it's not by entry, without assets. Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
So let's go to I want to quickly go to all right. So this is a forex trader, Jeffrey Benson. I'm going to drop the link to the group. The guy just makes it easy. It makes it easy, and it is free. He has a paid class. We don't have any business. It's free class. Okay. Now look at it. Inner class. Okay, this is a basic lesson on forex. Two serious trader needed. Yeah, the tools you need. you need your phone. And if you have a laptop to your advantage, fine. It's cool. Topic is what is trade, what is forex, and look at the timing. It's just 9 minutes, almost like 10 minutes. And look at what is forex.
I don't know if I'm the only one that's not hearing him. We can hear you. Before we, okay, maybe before we can hear him, I have created a group for Forest Academy, so we can join the Forest group. I can hear him. Maybe I'm the only one. Well, can you all hear me? Can you all hear me? Okay. Newton, if you can hear me, we can't hear you. He's not in the call. I'm sure he must have been kicked out by network. So, but before he, oh, he's muted. Please, can you unmute yourself? Newton, can you unmute yourself? You are muted. I'm not sure he's even aware that he's muted. Ah, and he's busy sharing screen. Can you unmute yourself? Let me see if I can call him.
Can you guys hear me now? Hello, can you guys hear me? Okay.
So we've not been hearing you and you've been busy sharing screen.
Yes,
So
they can
just
hear
try
me.
and do a little
Comment says they
brief,
can hear me. Juliet,
maybe
you are the
2
only one that is
minutes
not
back,
hearing me. Comment, they
2
say they
minutes
can
ago.
hear me.
Please, everyone join the Forest group so that we can gain good mentorship from it. We don't overcloud the crypto group with Forest questions. So all questions should be dropped there after the Zoom call. So can you continue?
Okay, Queen, Juliet, can you hear me?
Okay, go ahead.
All right, so this is the site I was talking about. His name is Jeffrey Benson. He has a beginner's class, and which is free. He has a paid class. We're not interested in his paid class. I just want us to take advantage of this free class because it's got a very good explanation. Okay, it's got a very good explanation for beginners. Everything you need to know as a beginner is here. So you take your time to go through all of these topics. Then the next session, come with your questions and I'll blast it for you. Okay. Explaining anything after watching this would make it easy for comprehension. And look at it. He said the first topic on his video, on his tutorial, on his course is two serious trader meaning. He talked about MT5, MT4, talked about you having a phone or a laptop is an advantage and all of that, and a journal as well. Now, he explained in details what Forex is, okay, and of course, who are the market participants, and then the brokers. Of course, you already have a broker with Juliet and I, okay, but for you to just have a prior knowledge to what brokers are and how they operate, the explanation is there. And also talks about base and post currency, okay, the currency that you'll be trading. You know, when you see two currency pairs together. You want to know why they are paired together. You want to know why the first come before the second. There's explanation on that. We also have what the forex hour, the forex market hour, the time, forex time that you should be trading. Okay, you want to know about that. The explanation is there. It explains PEEP and PPETs. It explains spreads. It explains lots and lot size. It explains leverage. It explains margin, and then it explains equity. Of course, for MT4 users, there's also an explanation on that. And some of the times you're used to, like take profit, we're already used to those terms in our future trading, and stop loss. And of course, it also explains other types: forex analysis, fundamental analysis, technical analysis, trends and flats, support and resistance channel, and then candlestick formations. So all of these are for free. So for you to make it easier for us, I drop the link. You guys go watch the videos. Bring your questions to the next session, and I'll be glad to devour them for you. So this is just where we're going to end this tonight. I want to appreciate you for the privilege and the honor you guys gave me to come here to lecture you. And I hope we'll do this some other time as well. So CryptoQueen, it's over to you.
Please, I don't know if you can help us. I just wanted to simple thing like how to place a trade. I mean, is it not something you can do?
Okay, how to
Now?
place it on Forex on
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
I will have to share my screen. So let me set up my MT5 with the demo accounts. Just in 1 second, and I'll share back.
Okay, somebody was. So while we wait for him, so I would like to get 1 or 2 review from the chat. If you've gained a lot of value into this call, please let us know how you feel in today's chat. Let us know how you feel into this chat. Whatever link that is not dropped here will be shared in the group. So let us know how you feel about today's call. Let us know how you feel about it. If value has been added, let us know so that it wouldn't be that we've just been here wasting our time. Just let us know. Most of the things we do here, a lot of us pay a lot of money to learn, and at the end of the day, they're not able to gain the quality of the value we add in CryptoQueen Academy and part of Digital World Academy. So many of us don't value this gathering. That is why you see we don't even come. Most people come to ask me same questions that we've done repeated over and over again in this Zoom. I mean, this Zoom call is not for free. It's a subscription Zoom. It's not a free Zoom. So it's someone like you that is sponsoring this Zoom. Apparently, I sponsor the Zoom with my own money, and at the end of the day, people will still not come to learn. It's not like it's a free Zoom. Nobody pays me for this. Still get, and other leaders, other of my friends like Newton, Daniel, and Kuda has been supporting. We don't actually pay them for it, but being part of it, sometimes it's difficult for us to curate time to join this course. So I wouldn't want us to take this for granted, and let's keep learning. So together we would be able to equip each and every one of us, or empower us to be able to learn how to trade and make profits without leveraging on anyone. So the essence of these teachings, if you're at the end of all this knowledge that we're adding and you're not able to go to the chat and at least make a decision, that means you've not started. So you should be able at this level, if you have started this Zoom call with us from the beginning, you should be able to at least pick a trade. Let it be that you didn't succeed. You should be able to make a decision around your trade by now. So Nitin, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right, go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, so all right, so I am using MT5, okay, and it's the same interface with MT4. Okay, so this is what your interface looks like. Okay, So if you look down here, this is where you have your quotes, this is where you have your chart, your trade, and then your history. Okay, so this is my account, I'm using my FTMO trial account. I'm actually with FTMO. Now let me tell you something. If you take this trading, this forex trading very seriously, and you improve your skills over time, you get, and you become perfect. There are proprietary firms that fund traders. Okay, they test you, you pass, they give you live account funds up to $300,000 to trade, and then you share profit with them. So that's one amazing thing about forex and the opportunity it gives you. So I think you might want to pay more attention and get serious with this forex trading stuff, and you will never regret that you did. So now, so the first thing you want to do is, if you want to place a trade, so the first thing you should have in mind is you always come to your quote. After you've logged in. Of course, when you sign up with your broker, they will give you your details. You come to your MT5 and sign in. I might be dropping a video on how to sign in into your MT4 or MT5 using your broker. That is not a big deal. So let's assume that we have signed in. Okay, now you come to your quote, you click on it. Okay, so these are your currency pairs. So depending on what pair of the currency you are trading or what signals you're given, for instance. So let's take, for instance, you add a signal on GBP USD. Okay, so the first thing you want to do first is, let me do this. I'm coming. Let me do this so you get the explanation. Okay, now I don't have, when I log into my device, this is the only thing I saw. So now I don't have any currency, nothing is here. Look at my chart, look at everything. Okay, now the first thing you want to do is you come to your quote. Quote is here. Come to this place, quote, and you click on it. Okay, if you click on it, it shows you this page. Okay, now you come to this plus, this place, this plus here. Let me use this word. You come here, you click on that. It shows you all the different assets that you can trade. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is you click on forex. Click on forex. It shows you all the pairs. So let's assume I have in mind to trade GBP USD. Look at GBP USD. Once you tap on it, it will add it to your watch list. Okay, I tap on this guy now, so it has gone. So if you go back, so look at it, is here already. Now, so let's assume that you want to what? You want to trade. All you just need to do is what? Tap on the asset. Tap on the asset. Look at the menu. See, the menu is showing you here. Look at the name of the asset, new order, chart, and properties. So what you will do is what? You tap on new order. That's when you want to place trade. Tap on new order. Okay. You tap on new order. It brings you what? To the order page. Now, the first thing you do is, even while you're on the order page, you can actually still select other assets. Okay. This is where you come to select other assets. You see, it gives you a list of the assets that you want to. But in this case, we are interested in what? GBP USD. And GBP USD means pounds against dollar. That's Great Britain's pounds against dollar. That's what it means. Now, the next thing you want to look at is, you want to look at this menu here. Okay, so depending on what the signal says, if the signal wants you to instantly execute that trade, that is when you choose market execution. Okay, bear in mind, if the signal comes that you should quickly enter that trade, you choose market execution, and the next thing you have in mind is your lot size that you want to use. Very, very important too. Your lot size is more like the leverage that you use on Binance when you're trading. So pay attention to that lot sizes so that you don't blow your accounts. Once you set your lot size, you can come here and set your stop loss. Come here and set your take profit. Then if the signal is either buy or sell, okay, you come here and press which of the market direction you want to go, either buy or sell. It's just very simple. But the most important is this lot size. Please pay attention. Ensure that you set your lot size. And how do you set your lot size? Okay, you click on it. Click on it. Okay, you can actually edit it. So let's assume that the lot size you were given is 0.01. Okay, just come here, just type 0.001 or 0.1, whichever lot size. Even if it's one lot size, you just type 1. If it's 2, type 2. If it's 0.1, whatever the value is, you be given, you put it there. Then you come here, come to your stop loss, put your stop loss, come to your take profit, put your take profit, and then the next thing you do is what? You click either sell or buy. Okay, so that's how to enter trade using MT4 or MT5. Okay, just very, very simple.
Thank
There's nothing
you.
to do. So
Thank
that will be
you
all for
very,
today.
very, very much.
All right.
Thank you very, very much. It's been amazing with this section today. I've actually learned so much, just like all that people here. So I want to thank you for the value you added. I want to thank you for the value you added. God bless you for this. So I won't be taking much of, okay, we just have 2 questions, but I would plead, I don't know if these questions are on this forest. I don't know. Why don't we hold on for this, since we didn't go much deep into, we didn't treat much about it. Then when by next week, when we will be handling the forest topic very well, then we can ask questions. I would suggest we hold on for questions on forest, just like this Zoom is supposed to end by 9 o'clock. It's already 2 minutes past 9. So if you are asking question on forest, please, could you please lower your hand? Could you please lower your hand so we can take 1 or 2 questions for the previous section, and then we'll call it a day. It's already 9, please. Can we take forest question in our next class, please? Please, we didn't do much in this forest topic, so there's pretty nothing to ask. So Francisca Orica, if you're asking for crypto, you're the last person that we're going to pick question from, then we'll call it a day. Can you unmute yourself and ask the question, please?
Okay, Julius, good evening. Good evening, the coordinator. I've really learned a lot, though I came in late. But I just wanted to practice what he just taught us on the crypto. So I went to check the one-day trend on BTC, and I'm seeing a bearish closing candle. So I wanted him to look at it again, whether my prediction was right or wrong on BTC.
Okay, I think we can take that after that. Then we'll call it a
All right,
a
thank you
day.
so much.
So Nathan, please, can you take us on BTC one-day chart, 1 hour charts? You said 1 hour, right? So 1 hour charts, then we can close from there. Please, can you unmute yourself, Nathan?
Oh, okay. So she said she just went to one-day chart on BTC.
Let
And
me unmute her so she can. Did you say 1 day chart or 1 hour chart? Please unmute yourself, Mrs. Francisca Rica.
1 day. The two.
Okay, 1 day chart.
Yes.
Okay, okay.
so what would you like me to do? You want me to run the analysis on that?
She saw something. Go, please, can you repeat your question again, ma? Francisca. Can you repeat your question to him? She said she saw Francisco Rica. Please, can you repeat your question again?
Okay, I said I saw a bearish engulfing candle on the BTC 1 day. So I wanted him to confirm that, or
she wants you to reconfirm that she is correct with what she saw.
yeah.
Give according to the teaching we have this night, please.
Okay, no problem. Coming. So
Just stay. Okay, she muted herself again.
just 1 second, my
So please try to join the group, the forest group. You can actually ask questions there too. So meanwhile, while we um prepare for the next section.
All right, so you said you saw, yeah, this is not a bearish engulfing candle. It's not properly formed yet. And the only time you can confirm this is when this red candle engulfs this small green candle. And how does it do that? Is when you have 1 second. Let me do something.
I'm also going to share, you know, the video I recorded last week. So I'm going to also share the engulfing candle sign as in a video I recorded on it. Please find time and watch it. You would understand also much better.
Can you see what I drew? Can you see the way I drew that stuff? Is she unmuted?
I don't. Please don't unmute. Don't mute yourself. Let me unmute her. Since you are the one asking questions, you may not unmute yourself. Please unmute yourself and unmute yourself until he answers your question.
Okay, I think he's trying.
So can you see what I drew on my screen?
Yes.
Yes, that's only when these candles, you know, like when you have something like this, it's when you can now say a bearish candle is actually forming. Okay, currently, what I'm actually spotting here is spotting a doji. Okay, so I would advise that you wait for this candle to close. This is a 1 day. So after 1 a.m. tonight, when the next candle forms, that's when you can now decide what happened here. Okay, that's when you can decide what happened here. But for what I'm seeing, if this candle remains this way, then we are going to have a downtrend. But let's see what happens first. If this candle engulfs this, okay, and if it doesn't, or if it closes this way, this signifies bearish. If this candle does this, bearish. But if this candle does this is not bearish. It might change to the continuation to the upside. You get it? Okay, so when you see candles like this, you wait for, like for instance, this is an indecisive candle, this is a doji. If you watch, you observe the difference between here and here, they are both equals. Okay, if you can observe, you see that this week and this week are equal.
The voice is becoming flat.
Can you hear me now? So this candle, this current candle now is a spinning top. Okay, it's a spinning top. Now, how do you get to know a spinning top? If you watch, you look at the weeks. This week is the same as this week. Number one. Okay. So this guy, the body of the candle is in the middle. So it's also function as a doji. Remember a doji when I explained a doji, an indecisive candle, battle between sellers and what and buyers. So now it's actually very, very reasonable to just wait to see how this guy closes. This guy closing by 1 a.m. tonight will tell you what direction this guy or the next decision that you're going to take. Okay, so if this guy maybe before 1 a.m. tonight, this guy does something like this guy is coming down, like it or not.
So, Madam Francisca, there is a video. It's just a short video, about 7 minutes. I dropped in the chat. When you see the video, you're gonna get it clear of when that trade is really confirmed to reverse. So you might need to watch it.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I learned a lot this night. I'm grateful.
You're welcome. Have you been part of our group?
Yes, I'm in your group.
Okay. So at this point, I want to really appreciate everyone that made it to this call this evening. I also want to encourage us to consider this call very, very important and try to always make our time to be part of this Zoom call. Learning is a continuous process. Every single time, every single moment you spend in this Zoom call, trust me, you are going to live with a great value. I want to also all thanks to all my friends and leaders that have been supporting this academy. Without you, I mean, we wouldn't be where we are today. I really appreciate the support each and every one of us has been given to members in the academy group. So we really, really appreciate that. I really, really appreciate, and I know members of the academy also appreciate the value we are adding. So we might not be giving you money, but there's no money greater than the value that will help you to generate funds for yourself. Thank you once again. Next week, all things being equal, by God's grace, we will continue from where we stopped. So once again, I wish us a beautiful week, and I want to say I will be glad to see you again. So don't forget to always visit our YouTube. Help me to promote my channel. It could be the only way you would want to support me. It does help me a lot. Try to share my channel with your friends. Let them subscribe to my channel too. Thank you once again, everyone. Have a lovely evening.
And you too. Thank you.
Bye-bye. I cannot. Maybe I'll mute everyone too. So we can say bye-bye to each other. I've
Thank you so
unmuted
much. We
everyone.
appreciate you.
You're
Please,
welcome.
You didn't forget our
good night,
video.
everyone. Thank you, CryptoQueen. You are doing a good
Goodbye.
job.
Thank you so much.
Akman, thank you very much. CryptoQueen, we love you. We are too much. We appreciate.
I love